Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey everybody, this is Kevin. Welcome to the Scribble call tonight. It's great to be on. If you guys can hear me, please text in the message there. Let me know. Let me know where you're from. That would be great. I hope everybody can hear me. Just give a thumbs up or say yes. I think everybody can see me, or not see me, but see the screen. Hey everybody. All right. Okay, a lot of people on tonight, a lot of people. I'm sure it's pretty chilly in most parts of the country there. Oh boy, there's a lot of people coming on. Welcome. Welcome from Phoenix to back in Florida, Houston, Pennsylvania, Oregon, Texas, Montana, Alaska. Keeps going and going. Welcome everybody. We're going to get started here in the next 5 minutes or so. We're going to let everybody come aboard and we're going to start going through the training. We're going to have some really good trainings. We truly will. You guys are going to, be learning a lot. We're going to be showing you exactly how we do it, how we make the ebooks. It's great to have somebody like Adil, manning the, everything here. His software is unbelievable, I have to say. And from the past, I was a software developer myself, but like I said earlier, software today is amazing. He's got some great programs. Wonderful. Okay, a lot more people coming aboard. Oh yeah, I don't know if anybody's beat Wisconsin though. I gotta tell you, that's probably the chilliest place of all. Even Alaska is warmer. Yeah, someone said Anchorage was in the 30s today, above, not below. So that's great. Oh, Reno, know it well. Hey, UK, welcome aboard. Mr. Edward, welcome, welcome. We got a few more minutes. It's only 6:03. A lot of people coming aboard right now. We're going to be going through how I made $2,700 using Scribble. And I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to give you the kind of the breakdown in the story, how it happened. I'll run through it real quick. And then I'm going to show you the ebook I created for the company and how I sold it. I'm just going to show you guys the story, tell the tale, and we'll go from there. But it's great being back on the training. And once we get through it all, I'll take some questions and we'll kind of see where you guys are, what's needed, and we'll train on that. We'll go forward and start building platforms for everybody. We all learn from each other, believe it or not. We truly do. A lot of people still coming. I think I'm going to give it another couple minutes here. It's going great. Oh boy, a lot of people. If you just came on, just let us know that you're here and where you're from. Just let us know. A lot of people. And we'll be starting here right away for Scribble. And we'll be showing you exactly how to kind of monetize the ebook. And there's a lot that Adil has that we all have to wrap our heads around. Of course, Scribble, in my opinion, is the main focus because we got to be able to build the ebook. I'm going to give you guys my opinion on how you kind of should go with it. I've been marketing for a long, long time. I mean, over 20 years easily. And what I've learned through those years is, you got to just stay driven and you just got to keep going. And I'll kind of give you the idea of what I've done and how I do things. Because believe me, I'm not a script writer. I'm nothing special. I think all I do is just keep throwing it out there and then I edit, and then sure enough, it turns from bad to better. And that's how we usually do it. Okay, a lot more people coming in. See New Mexico, see Australia. Welcome, Australia. Halfway around the world. Wonderful. Got a few more people here. Oh, wow. We got Wyoming, North Dakota. That's great. Minnesota. Welcome. Canada. Nottingham. I think I've seen that in a movie before. AZ. Welcome, AZ. Arizona. Know it well. Okay, everybody, it's 6:05. I'm going to give it another just a minute or two. There's a lot of people still coming aboard. We'll give them a few more minutes, just a little bit more time, and then we'll get started. Looking great. Oh boy, we got a record breaker here. We got somebody that just came in from Bangkok. Yeah, people still coming in. Welcome. See Tony, Ken, JC. I can't name everybody. There are so many, but welcome. Welcome aboard. So it's 6:06. We're going to give it another minute, and then we're going to get started. And we're going to walk through this. I actually made a teeny weeny ebook on kind of my path, how I came to using Scribble. And I'll kind of tell the story once we start this up. It's great being back, though, I have to tell you that. We're going to show you guys a lot of stuff. Like I said, I've been marketing for a lot of years. I still market continuously. It's my favorite business of all because it really is something you can travel the world, bring your computer. I've been on boats out in the middle of the ocean doing my job and making a lot of money, truthfully. There's nothing better. Nothing better. Been in South America many times, just bringing the laptop. Can't beat it. Okay, everybody, still getting people coming aboard, but we're going to get started. We have to start out here somehow. So welcome, everybody. It's Tuesday. This is Kevin Sipe. I'm here in Florida. I'm actually in the south central part of Florida, and usually it's warm here. We're having a cold spell. People are going to, we're freezing and it's 55 degrees. Usually it's around 70 or 80 degrees every day, but we're having a cold spell here. And I can't complain because I'm seeing people on here telling me it's 35 below zero, and I couldn't imagine it. So, I'm glad I'm here and not in the cold. Okay, everybody. As you guys can see here, I built a little ebook here, and what it's about is how I made $2,700 within a few days using Scribble. And I'm going to show you this right now. As you guys can see, this is my deposit right here. And it happened actually on 11/26. This is for this one. This one up here was for another charge, but this one here was for November 11th, 2021, was just right behind us just a few months ago. And you can see it was from China and it came through Hong Kong. Everything that goes through China goes through Hong Kong. I know because I've done a lot of business throughout that part of the world. But anyway, here it was my $2,700 minus the wire fee or whatever it was. It was 2,600 bucks. And I'm going to walk through it exactly how we did this and how it came through. So as I go down here a little bit, I'm going to give you the table of contents, why I decided in the first place. This was very random when I did this back in November. Having a thought and running with it. Am I crazy? Am I nuts here? And this is the little ebook I just made. I really had no time to think. I just reacted. And I'm going to tell you why I reacted. So I'm going to scroll down here. Why I decided to do this in the first place. It was very random. It was back in mid-November of this last year. And I saw an email come through from a deal and from Scribble. And normally I don't ever look at a lot of these programs. There's so many of them, you guys know. But something caught my eye. And I have to say, and this is where a deal really excels, is his subject lines in his emails. I think the guy wakes up in the middle of the night and writes down these headlines. He probably has 20 headlines by morning because the headlines are original and they kind of get right to the soul and right to the heart. So anyway, I saw the email, saw the subject line, something about Scribble. I opened it up and and then I opened it up and then I started scrolling down on the page as a deal was talking, and it blew me out of the water because being a programmer from the past myself, I looked at this piece of software about writing ebooks. And where does it all start? Ebooks are really, they can be anything. They can be training seminars. They can be, the ebooks to show what you're writing, fiction or nonfiction. You can pretty much put anything documented within an ebook. And there's so many variables you can do to it. And I'm going to kind of show you some of the stuff that I'm doing or what I've done. And I really haven't done a lot, but I did, right out of the gate, my very first ebook, I did this. So like I said before, once I got on there, I never buy anything online. When I first saw it, I thought it was around, oh God, this has to be $100 a month. I didn't know. When I saw the price, It blew me out of the water. I bought it right away. And then I upgraded, of course, to the professional version of Scribble. Why not, of course. And then, you know, I started playing. And for the next couple of days, I just played with it and played with it. My mind was kind of going crazy. So, you know, I thought, this is an amazing piece of software. Okay, so the next frame here is, you know, I had a thought and I was running with it. And, you know, I thought, am I nuts here? So I had the software for a few days and I realized that I can do something with this thing. So I was thinking of some of the clients or some of the people I worked with in the past. And I had actually helped a client buy some machinery from China 5 years ago. It literally was 5 years ago, but I'm an engineer by trade in the 3D industry and some of these machines, these large machines that make plastics and extrude and blah, blah, blah. But I thought, you know, these guys, I look online all the time and I see their advertising and it's in Chinese and they try to come over to the English speaking world, but it doesn't always come out right. And I knew there was an opening here. And I had spoken to the owner probably 2 or 3 years ago. They had followed up with me to see if I needed something, you know, but it's been a long time. So anyway, I got back and I thought, I'm going to make a call because they need an ebook with one of their machines. And I have one of the machines close to me here in Florida. It's not far away. And I have a lot of pictures and I have a lot of documentation because years ago, I took pictures and wrote down all the documentation because I had to have that, because if something went wrong, I had to help, you know, fix it because I helped this person order this machine. So blah, blah, blah. I went forward and I thought, I'm going to call. Sure enough, I knew I had to call them. It was 12 hours difference from Florida time to Nanjing. And you know, so if it's 10 o'clock in the morning, it's 10 o'clock at night. So I knew, okay, I'm going to have to call at 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night to catch them in China, which is 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. And I knew that, I know their schedules. You never call them at noon because everybody takes lunch and no one gets on the phones. They just walk out and they go to lunch. So I called around 10 o'clock at night and I got a hold of one of her right hands, the owner's right hand. And it was a gal and I talked to her. I said, I really got to talk to blah, blah, you know, to this person. I have something I want to kind of talk to them about. And they said, well, I'll try to get a hold of them. So I stayed up till probably 1 o'clock the first night, couldn't get through to them. So I said, okay, well, if you can get a hold of, you know, the boss, I'm going to try again tomorrow night. Sure enough, the next night, I made the call again. Right off the bat, they got me in touch. I spoke with them and I explained, you know, you guys really need some sort of training for your big machine, you know, so for your big equipment here, because you guys sell a lot of this. And I know for a fact, you sell more of these machines in English-speaking countries. I know this for a fact because I did the data and all this, and they agreed. And I said, I'm going to build you something, and would you pay for it? And sure enough, they go, well, what do you want to build? And I said, I want to build kind of a training manual / ebook for you that people can see and I can give to you and you can hand out to prospective buyers, because I know you have a lot of buyers. And they said, yeah, this sounds good. But they did say to me, it has to be good. I said, okay, no problem. I'm going to create this and we're going to go forward. And then they asked me, of course, you know, we had to get into pricing. They said, well, how much is it going to cost? And my first thought was $3K. I mean, why, you know, go big or go home? And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to go a little bit under just to kind of, you know, push it because I really wanted the sale. It's right before Christmas. Come on, $2,700 bucks. So I offered $2,700. Instantly, they said, yes, if it's good, we'll take it. Right there, I knew I had them. All I had to do was produce a really good product. And, you know, I don't think my ebook's anything big, you know, special. It's just that I took the chance of calling them and I stayed up at night to do it. And I pretty much knew I could do this. I just knew I could do it. Whether I knew what I was doing or not, I just knew I could do it. So anyway, I reacted quick and I actually, you know, jumped right into it. I just jumped head first. I thought, this is great. I can make, you know, $2,700 bucks easily this week within a few days. So, you know, I use Skype to communicate with them. Of course, that's the only way besides WeChat to get a hold of, you know, China. You don't use a phone. That just doesn't work. And, you know, if you use Skype or WeChat, it's just like a phone nowadays. So everything's great. So anyway, they offered, you know, I offered them, you know, the 2,700. And from there, it took me about 2.5, 3 days to finish it up. I spent some hours and I probably spent a good, you know, back and forth because my editing, you know, my script writing, all that stuff. When you first do something, I got to tell you, it's awful. But what you do is you just throw it out there. You throw whatever you can on the page. You just do it and don't go back. Just write the pages. If you know about something, write about it, and then go back and scour through it 4 or 5 times. You have to. And this is the way you do everything, because through 20 years of marketing and the different scripts and the different bullets we have to send out and the different hooks, you know, it's awful when you first start out unless you're a professional. I'm no professional, believe me. I'm the furthest thing from, but I do get the point out from going through it 10 to 15 times. I go through it. I shorten. Usually what I do is it's big, long, convoluted. I go back and I break it down. I shorten it. I take a lot of words out that didn't mean anything. And that's really the trick, is just write your stuff and then shorten it. Take out words you really don't need and get to the point. No one wants a long-winded, you know, book that doesn't mean anything. If you get to the point and you have good bullets, they hit it. It hits. It's just the way it is. No one wants you know, somebody that's just stringing you along. So anyway, I built the book, and within 2 to 3 days, I only fired at the company several pages. I fired, I think, 3 pages back to them. So you don't send the whole book to them and then they say, oh, we don't like it, but we got your book. Thank you, bye. So I did 3 pages, some of the best pages. I knew which ones to send. And sure enough, they said, we got it. We love it. We love it. We love your pages. I said, okay. So I want you to, as you guys can see on the screen, here's my banking information. You first got to send me the $2,700 and I'll fire away. I could have just sent them the book through trust, but you know, the best idea, get your money first and then wire it. And sure enough, they wired the money. I think it was actually like a Friday when we made the deal, and I didn't get the money wired till like a Monday through the weekend, but I knew it would come, and it did. So right then and there, I fired off the rest of the ebook, and the rest is history. I mean, it was a great job. It was quick. It was fast. I took the chance, not knowing it would work, but for some reason, I just knew I had something I could hit with. I don't even know why it worked, but it did. Truthfully, when I think back, I don't know really. You know, sometimes it just flows and it happens. So at the very end here, you know, this is my book. Get back to me if you want to pay me another $2,700. But it worked, and it just was a wonderful moment. So this shows me that any one of us can write these books, these ebooks on any company. Whatever they have, it works. So we could go anywhere, anytime, and actually start, you know, going to people and saying, you need something. You need something you can advertise, something that'll help your company because you've got nothing, brother. You need some more help here. So I'm going to go right over to the ebook now that I created, and it's nothing special. It's got a lot of pictures, and it does define kind of how the machine works. So I'm going to show you guys kind of how this works. Now, this is the company. Actually, I'm going to scroll all the way up. This is what I made. I actually bought the flip book too, but I didn't use it. But I got the cover, and it looks pretty good. And what's really strange is I went to this company in China. I went to their website. I grabbed pictures. I looked at some of their, we call it, if they have videos, we call it a VSL. If they got text, we call it a TSL. What that means is we go through the text, we go through the videos, we scour it, we write down the bullet points. We dig in, and we look at the information. This, you know, we can only be so stupid. And the thing that I got to do is I got to jump in there and write it down because I can't remember everything. But anyway, they had a picture like this, not the same picture, but they had a picture like this. So I went in there, and guess what? This was in the ebook. This was in Adil's, you know, templates right here, which was wonderful. So I grabbed this, and these are the models of the machines. There's what's called a GS65, a GS45, and a GS35. I won't bore you with this, but I just need to explain what it is. They're 3D filament extruders. This is the big boy, this was the medium, and this was the smaller one. What they do is, if you've ever seen a 3D printing machine, these machines are like 50 feet long. They extrude plastic, and they put it on the rolls for 3D printers. If you've ever seen a 3D printer, they have little rolls of plastic, and this is what these machines do. They're very advanced. They're huge. They're huge. And I'm an engineer with these, and I help people, you know, if they need to buy one, I help people buy these. And so here we go. this is what I did. I started out and I did an overview. This is one picture I grabbed from their company. This was my winning hook right here. Without a doubt, I knew if I could find a picture with all the people, this was a pull, because I know kind of the culture in China. They're very proud and they really try to do their best to serve the customer. They truly do. Their customer service is really, really good. I have to admit, I've spoke to them many, many times, and they always try to please. So I thought the best thing I can do is put a picture of the entire crew, because I know when this ebook gets delivered to this company, you can see the name up there, huge company. And I know everybody was going to see it. That's just the way they are. So when the owner got this, I'm sure everybody in the company kind of saw the ebook. So I thought, let's even though it's small, let's put the picture in. That'll help hook it. And of course, it did work. They're direct manufacturer, best pricing, you know, all this stuff. These are some of the rolls of filament, we call it 3D filament with the colors and all this, that the client had made. I had pictures. I had all this stuff from the person, some of the stuff they 3D printed. I gave the diameters, just a lot of different information for the company here. Like I said, it's a very advanced machine. It's large. And, you know, this thing really pumps out, you know, this machine can do 100 of these per hour. Basically, it can do 1,000 or 2,000 of these rolls a day. And the rolls go from anywhere from 25 to 50 bucks each. So it really does a job. So paying me 2,700 bucks when these machines in the United States, to buy these machines, 100 and 150 minimum, 150K. So 2,700 bucks is pennies, because I know this book is going to sell their machine. When someone that can read English, and they see this machine like this, they will buy it. So the profit will come back to them, no doubt. There's no doubt. So I just took pictures of the machine. You know, I took pictures of the computer and all that stuff that people are going to do. And I just wrote in what I knew about it. You know, making filament can be taught quickly. The PLC, which is the computer, blah, blah, blah. Log into the screen. You know, I showed them all this different stuff. So as we go forward here, you can kind of see where I hit on it. Picture of the company. Now, the hook was, of course, the 3D filament. I wanted to show them the product first, that what it can make. I didn't want to show their machine right up front. I wanted to show them the end result. Picture first, that hooks them. End result, that hooks them. Then, of course, this is the main part of the whole machine. This is called the nozzle, the extruder. The plastic comes out of here, and from here it just goes, and it does its job from there. So I put the 3 bullet points that I thought would be important: company, end use product, and of course, the beginning of the entire machine. Then, of course, I hit the next level, the computer, which controls everything. I wanted to put in here what I thought the people that were buying this machine would like to see. And they want to see end results. They want to see the computer. They want to understand kind of what's going on. You know, and it is techie and it is kind of boring and all that stuff. I don't care. I mean, it worked, and it worked very, very well. So I just took pictures that I had from the past. You know, I took all these pictures a long time ago, but I have a plethora of all these pictures, you know, in my files. And then I wrote everything on my own. I basically just wrote from what I knew. And I have to tell everybody, like, even with the content within the ebook creator we have with his Scribble, grab the content, look at the content, but rework the content. Don't always keep the content. Try to rework it, try to write it yourself, because it'll mean something, and it really comes out better when it comes from you. Each person has a different perspective. So, you know, I kept doing it. I took some pretty cool pictures from the past. I thought these are kind of cool. These are these big machines and does all this stuff. And, you know, to us, to a normal person, you know, what is this? It doesn't matter. It's like blah, blah, blah. It's just a big machine that does stuff, you know, but the people that buy this machine, oh, cool, air blow-off system. This is so cool. You know, to you and me, what does it really mean? It means nothing. But to the end user, it means something. These people really need to know what this air blow-off thing will do and how it works to make their filament wowie zowie, and, you know, here we go. So I showed them all these pictures. I took, you know, really detailed pictures, said something about the mixer and the hopper and all the tools included. It's pretty boring, really. I mean, this is not a book that would sell to the masses. This is specific to a company and to people that are buying it. I mean, this is less than 1,000% of the population of the world. Of course, this is something no one will ever see. So I just detailed it. It's a very technical machine. So I tried to put in some bullet points that I thought would hook them, and they needed to see things that really, that are different, like a potentiometer. No, most people don't know what a potentiometer is, and basically it's a computer that balances a system within here to balance the spools and all this other stuff. So I took pictures of it, and I kind of got into details, how it works and all this stuff. And believe it or not, they will get sales. And of course, it has a neat laser that tells you exactly the diameter. You have to keep it thrust there. It passes through the laser. It passes through a bunch of different stuff, has a pulley system, blah, blah, blah. So as you can see the format, I'm going to go back up real quick and just kind of show you what I thought was a wise thing to do. I mixed it up, but when I first started, I went, left, right, left, right, left, right on the pictures. And then I went big picture. And then I went 2 pictures. I mixed it up. I didn't want to keep doing the same thing. I changed it up down here. Did the same thing. So you can kind of see, I kind of changed the whole ebook up. I went left, right, put text in, and then I just changed it up at the bottom. Then I went back to the left, right at the very end here, and just kept mixing it up. I highlighted in red the headings up here on both. I thought that was better. Colors work. Colors really do work. You don't want to get too crazy, but I'm the worst to say that, because I do get crazy sometimes with my colors, sometimes too much, but it's just the way it is. It's worked for me. And this one's not too bad. I just did red and black, which was great. Detailed it and went down here. And it had only 10 pages. Then down here at the very end, and this is the end. This is the end right here. And I'm going to show you something here. I went with more pictures here. I wanted to show them what the filament looks like after we colorize it, what can be made. Here's one of the spools getting weighed out. So the people that are buying it, they're going to really now be able to feel this, not just see it. They're going to feel it because they have an idea what they're buying. Of course, no one buys this unless they know kind of where they're going. These are spools that were heat shrinked up. This is the machine running, has some stuff in it. This is, one of the pictures. Here's the end result, beautiful, filament with purple and blues, and here's it running. And these guys are nerds. I mean, the people that buy this are simply nerds. They think this is the coolest thing under the sun, and so be it. We're gonna, they're gonna sell it to them, and believe it, they sell a lot of these machines. They truly do in North America, all over the world, UK, Australia, South America. I know, these people sell it everywhere. So anyway, these are the last pictures right here. And then at the end, I just said GS Mach, the very best monofilament system for precision and production. So I'm going to go back up here real quick and just kind of blow it up here. So you guys can see it was 10 pages, 12 pages with the cover and the back cover. And I used, Scribble's, pictures. I used their ebook. Everything was them. I didn't do anything except for my own pictures. That's what I added in. And then here, look what I did. Since I was doing this for a company, there's no ego here. They're going to pay me. Why would I want to put my name on it? That would really be stupid, because first of all, they want it to be by them. They're paying for it. Leave me out of the equation. All I'm going to do is make it for them. And now they made it. They look good to their clients. It has nothing to do with me. So just know, if you're going to make a book like this for somebody, don't put your own name. Put the company. And that's kind of part of your sale. When you talk to somebody, talk to them about this and say, guys, gals, whoever owns the company, this is going to be from you. This is something really special. And when you do talk to them, and you're going to get the sale, the way you can kind of get people involved is say, I need pictures. I need pictures of you, the owner. I need pictures of your staff. I need pictures of whatever business you do. You kind of want to put it back into their court, because everybody has an ego and everybody likes to be noticed. So if they can be noticed in an ebook that can easily go online, or it can branch out. This ebook can branch out. We're going to show you other things that can be done with these ebooks. You can actually throw these into videos and things like that. And that's a little further, but the ebook is great. So use this, but really when you're trying to sell something, you're thinking about them. You're not thinking about yourself. Unless the ebook is from you, then you want to present yourself as the best, greatest, everything that you possibly can do. If you're going to write a bio, make sure that paragraph is wow, wow, wow. And we'll help you with some of these bullets and these hooks as we go forward. And one thing that I've learned through the years is you've got to be a little crazy just to confront people, to ask them if they want to buy an ebook for $3,000 or $2,500. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying that you have to not look left, right, or behind you. Look forward and know there's no competition. You're the best there is. Whether we're the best or not, just know you're going in full steam ahead, and you're going to take the driver's seat and control the moment as you go forward. Don't give the client much room when you first speak. The first 3 to 5 minutes should be you doing the presentation, and then when you ask them for things that you need from them, we'll let them talk for the next 3 to 5 minutes and see their needs and their wants, and then say, I need to dig into your website. You guys got some great stuff. I checked it out, blah, blah, blah. You know, go forward. And this is just one idea. This is selling to a company, and there's millions of companies like this that we can go to create ebooks and sell to company. Any company would need something like this for a training manual or something online. It's open territory here, what you could do with these ebooks. Believe me, it truly is. And a lot of people don't have a clue to advertise. Most people don't really know how to advertise. I mean, I've been advertising for well over 20 years, and I still am learning every single day. I mean, there is so much new stuff. Software changes faster than I can, change my socks. I mean, like I said, when I saw Adil made this software through his own brain. He truly did. This is how software is created, because I used to be a software developer. I ran programmers, and I was a programmer hack. I couldn't program worth a darn, but I knew enough to where I knew the code and I knew what they could do, but I pushed these guys. And I told them, you need to build this, you need to build that. This is what Adil did with Scribble, and it is on steroids. It truly is. The software, the templates, the pulling of the content. I never knew. When I first saw this, I got to admit, I've seen a lot of software, but I never knew there could be an ebook creator / editor that could do this. And he keeps going. He keeps throwing stuff at us. Some of the other software that he has, and we'll get more into that, really is good stuff. It's not just cool. It is things that we're actually going to use. And we're going to show you guys. We're going to get a real good group going here, and we're all going to team up. And, I love the idea, and I'm just going to say it real quick, of Scrindo. I truly do. I love the idea of having your own bookstore, putting your books in there, because let me tell you this, it's just like building an ebook. You need to have a file system. You need to know where everything's at. If you don't do that, like me in my office, I have 10 notebooks still around me, and I don't know where one thing is from the other. And usually I have one good notebook that I know where everything's at. But, it's just sometimes the way I work. I write it on this one, write it on that one, then, it's messed up. Where like Scrindo, your books are over there, it's there, it's there. With Scribble, everything's in our projects. Our books are right there. So this go-to software is really, really wonderful. I mean, I am just blown away. And we're going to get more into it. And we're going to be asking those hard questions. And there's no hard questions. Where is your stopping point? Is it finding content? Is it finding what to write about? Is it trying to find clients that will buy? One of my main ideas is you keep going. If you're going to write some books, write, throw them into your projects within Scribble. And then if you do get Scrindo, of course, which I think is a mainstay, we're going to start putting them in there, and then we're going to start marketing. And another great idea here, and this is one of the things that I first looked at, is you want to do ebooks for giveaways. This is one of the best giveaways in the world. If you're marketing anything, as we go forward, you build a landing page. We call it the funnel, whatever you want to call it. It's just a one-page wonder. You have a little button there that says free ebook. And the ebook usually gets them to come in or pulls them in. And the ebook is fantastic. So, and I never thought of this. And actually, I got to go back to this. this is actually something I would use on a landing page because I did it, and it is, something that, and I never even thought about it when I built this. Now that I think about it, this is a great way for me to market as an affiliate for Scribble. I could put this on there, how I made $2,700 using Scribble. It's true. I can talk the talk. I did it. And it is this is like a funnel. We could put a little, we could put a little play button here if we wanted to. We could put, capture their email, whatever. So this is one of the best things you can actually have, because for me, it's like a huge diary of keeping everything that's in your brain at that moment and documenting it, and then trying to sell your wares. So the ebooks that we're going to be able to create and make are going to, you're going to be able to maximize so many different things from this ebook creator. It's only begun, and the ideas are going to truly flow from all of us. What I've learned through all the years is, and I got to tell you this, we've done very well in many years. We've done 7 figures year after year. We've been in the high 6 figures year after year. And then some years, not many, but we had some years where we didn't do so well. But we had a lot of years it was great. Don't ever get an ego. Just when you think you got an ego, the people that you spoke to before you leapfrog over you. I've seen it many, many times. People you would have never thought that you may have trained or been with leapfrog over you and blow it out of the water. And you look at them and go, that's great, man. I wish it was me, but that's great, because it in life, this is how it works out. You may be the best today, but tomorrow, somebody in this group is going to do something, find something, and run with it and do very well. And guess what? It took Adil and his software and his mind behind the system to push us all to the next level. This is what it's really about. What we have here is something amazing, and we got to utilize this tool to the best of its ability. We're not here for the practice. Let's be honest. We're really not. If you're here for the practice, God bless you. That's fine. But I'm here to make money. And we're going to do it in a fashionable way. We're going to do it meticulously. Sometimes I run, like I did this ebook. I ran with it and it worked. And, that's as far as we possibly could go. And it was something that was truly amazing in my heart, that it worked so fast and so quickly. And one thing I do want to tell you, many times throughout the years that I've been building, different things like this, I never had this tool. If I would have had this tool 10 years ago, oh my. But I have it today, and I've got to look forward. I'm going to use this tool, and I'm going to use it to the best of its ability. And now that I'm really going to start pushing it, I think I'm going to start being an affiliate. I've had other things going on in the last couple months, no excuse, but I'm going to start marketing. I have something to run with here, so I'm going to also use it going forward, because it's a great product. The Scribble software deal has gotten, awards through some of the major players in the world. I mean, really big awards that he's gotten. Proud of the guy. I mean, I'm literally amazed how fast he's blown it out with this. Tens of thousands of copies have been sold of Scribble, and I can see why. But just remember this. Most of the people that buy this may be doing good, may be doing great, but the people that are on the call right now and stick with the training and stick with the ideas are going to be the ones that are going to pull out of the gate first. They truly are. I've known this for years, and what I've learned is you can always get something from anybody. Even if the person doesn't know what they're doing, listen, because sometimes, a lot of times, a person will come up with an idea, and you'll take that idea and run with it. And the person who had the idea doesn't really know how to go to the next level, but they had such a great idea that sometimes you just use it with your expertise and run forward. And just the craziest stuff. I've seen things where you're not making money for 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. And all of a sudden, in one night, you come up with an idea. You change something in your website or whatever you're doing, and the next day you blow it out. I have seen that so many times where you think, man, what am I doing? And then you change one little piece of verbiage, or you change a picture, and boom, it attracts the people, the clients, and you get the sale. Now, whatever I did with this ebook, it worked, and I was very happy to see that. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into the ebook, and I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I did. So I'm going to pull this over here, and I'm going to jump on this real quick. And this is what, let me see what I have here. I'm going to try to jump in here, the page, and what I'm going to do, see if I can open this up just perfect. I'm going to save it. Let me see what I have here. As it's saving, my computer's being a little, okay, here we go. Okay, let me see now. Okay, you guys can see this. I'm actually in the editor. So everybody can see this, I'm sure. If they can't, they're gonna let me know, but no one's letting me know, so you guys can see it, great. Okay, this is the little ebook that I made very quickly, and I just kind of want to show you guys, I think going forward, and this is something that I've learned, is I think where people get stuck is the editing, and I could be wrong. Of course, it's a lot of different things. It's the script, it's the editing, it's learning the tool. And this is an editor with like what we call a WYSIWYG, and it has way more. It has other functions and functionalities here. But I just want to kind of show you guys, when you do start learning this, Adil has great training, by the way. I mean, I went into the training and looked at some of the stuff because every programmer writes the code a little different than the next one. And it's not the code, so to speak, it's the navigation. So you have to learn the navigation of every system. It's all different because programmer B from programmer C, his navigation is going to be different for whatever software that you get. And that's the trick, is learning the navigation. So right here, I kind of want to show you guys, some of the stuff that I did in here. When you come up here, and this is something I put in, this is a header, and the WYSIWYG comes up. I call this the WYSIWYG. And for people that don't know this, you can bold, you can italicize, you can underline, you can add links. Links are really cool. If you've never done a link, links are important. And we're going to show you more of that as we go forward in a lot of the training. This is your text color. This covers the entire text in a blanket. This just does each letter. So you'll know that. Remember that. Letter, blanket. That's colorizing, both these. But the right one's usually the background color. I call it a blanket because it blankets the whole thing. This does the text. And right here, if you guys don't know this, this is left justified, center, right justified, and it covers the whole thing right here. This is, so if you're in the middle of a screen here, and let's just say we copy this and I go left justified, it takes it to the left. You have to highlight it. Remember, it won't just work unless you highlight it. So you highlight it, and then if you want to italicize it, of course you do that. So just remember, you go into your boxes, you highlight it, and then the WYSIWYG will come up. You have to click. When you get in here, the WYSIWYG will come up, and then you can start playing with it. Now this other toolbar here, which I really, really like, is a whole nother navigation system. And this is what's really cool here. Like this one moves, moves up, moves down. This one takes you to another element, advanced settings. I love that. This is great. This is so cool. And this is something I've seen with the software in the last couple of years. I really saw it more here than anywhere else. It's the clone of the element. We never had stuff like this in the past. We were so archaic, it was insane. The only thing we ever had was this in the past. We never had the advanced tools like this little yellow bar, which is so cool. This one right here, let me see now, this one will, what is this one here? I gotta see. Convert this element to a headline, that's right. And this one's duplicate, and this one lets you move it, which is great. You can move up and down. And real quick, I wanna show you guys something that I learned, is if I move this, I move this here, and I move this here, and I move this here, I hate trying to, line it up. And you guys probably know this little thing we have up here. It's called the grid. This was a great idea. We never saw this before. Never did. So it creates a grid. So it lets dummies like me line it up. So there I go. And then there I go, right on the line. It's a no-brainer. This really helps us speed things up. And time is everything. Time is everything. You'll get so good at doing a lot of this stuff, you'll be able to create an ebook or two in a day. I'm not kidding. You truthfully will be able to do stuff very, very quickly. And as you do it, never get stuck. If you get stuck, just keep throwing stuff in there until, and then go back and edit it. That's all I can say. And don't ever, you know, the content that he has in here, you guys can use it, but personally, I think it's the best idea is to take the content and rewrite it. Because, you know, you don't want to plagiarize. And a lot of the content you can use, you can. Because a lot of it's, you know, free content that you can actually do. And that's just fine. But personally, if you start writing it yourself, you're going to get way ahead. You truthfully will. So there you go, guys. I just wanted to show you. I love that grid tool. I know it's kind of silly, stupid, but it was something that, you know, helped me out a lot, because I thought, how am I going to do this? And I didn't even know it really existed until I saw some of the videos. And, you know, and there you go. And then you just kind of, let me see, grids, and then I'm going to say remove. There we go. So now it lined up. And I know that's not a big deal. It's a big deal to me. It's a big deal to me, because trying to line this stuff up is one thing. And what's really cool is the drop and drag. You can grab stuff. You can, you know, move it around. That is so cool. Truthfully is. So this is just the book. I made this literally within just, you know, less than an hour. And then I went down here and let's just look at something real quick too. I want to kind of show you guys, you know, let's just duplicate this real quick. Let's just see what it does. Okay, boom. So now I have another one here. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to throw it right here, just to give you guys an idea. And this is how I write a lot of my content. I'll just take the page from below and duplicate it and then go from there. So let's just say this one right here, if you wanted to, you know, make it work, you could take a lot of this content out, stretch it up. Let me see if that'll work. Oh yeah, it did. Now I can move this one up. So I have 2 boxes now. And, you know, we'll grid it later. But now I can start writing content in here too. And this is something you want to look at. For your ebooks, believe me, this works. Like, I saw the email from, this was one of my headings, you know, I saw the email from Adil. Why I decided to do this in the first place. You know, I didn't have a lot of time, but maybe I should have done something like red, you know. That's what I should have done, red. I mean, that kind of points out. I should have done that, but I didn't. I hurried it up. I saw the email from Adil. Now look through this, look through these paragraphs. And this is something you guys should know about content when you're writing content, be it for an ebook, be it for, you know, websites, landing pages, funnels, things like that. Remember, last you know, webinar that I did, I mentioned hooks and I mentioned, you know, some of the content. And the world has changed where we have less time to grab the end user. So what we do is we're a lot more creative now, and we do what's called the hook. We highlight bullet points, we pull them in, and we're going to train on this a lot more as we go forward. This is just the beginning. So right here, this is something here, like this, right here I'm looking at, you know, it's on my computer, inbox, blah, blah. I saw a presentation. Right off the bat, I was on my computer. And think of it as a book. Now I'm gonna bold that, and I'm gonna put this in, say, blue, or not blue, what am I thinking? It's on a blue background. Let's try orange, let's see if it shows. Yeah, it works. I was on my computer, you know, and then November 2021. And there's a method to this, and I'm gonna do it the same color. Now, what's going on here is when someone reads this, they're gonna look at this heading and go, wow, okay, they're gonna read it because it's not all white. People's eyes will go to different colors. And if there's only one color on the majority, it's of course on the heading, they're gonna gravitate toward it. And then in the content, if you highlight some certain words, they're gonna see I was on the computer. And that's gonna kind of pull their brain in. Hey, I'm on the computer watching this guy that's on the computer. And then November 2021, what's up? It kind of pulls them in and they start gravitating to a story. So as we go forward, when we highlight stuff, the story may suck, but by doing this, you pull them in, and you want people to gravitate within your head. And I tell you this is kind of some of the things that I've learned lately is sometimes when you have crazy pictures and crazy content, it works. Don't be gross or misleading. And you don't want to have say an image that's truly gross or sickening, but close, but not, I'm not saying anything that's, you know, you don't want anything sexual or anything like that, but you want pictures that people want to look at and go, what is that? Truthfully. And we're going to show you some of the stuff. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I've done and that's gravitated, you know, in some of the ebooks I'm going to create and what pulls people in. You get close to that crazy, crazy stage, but you don't go too crazy. You just want stuff that's going to attract people. It's like looking at a person's, like if you're writing a book about teeth, the one thing is you don't want to show their teeth with bloody gums. You don't want to do that. But you want to show the teeth that are not in the best of shape. People will look at that and they're think, wow, I'm going to look in the mirror of my teeth like that. So I'm just kind of giving you clues and ideas. And I've learned this through the years. When you're writing books or you're doing stuff, you want to put highlights and bullet points in there as you go forward. And you look through you first go in and you start writing. Like what I did here is I wrote a bunch of really awful text. And then I went back here 2 or 3 times and took a lot of words out, misspellings galore. And then I just said, I'm done. I'm done. It looks good enough. So like right here, I would say, I saw the presentation. That's another cool one to highlight. Talk about Scribble. If we're selling Scribble and we're marketing Scribble and we write something, make sure if your text, black and white work really well, but make sure you put it in red or some highlighted color because they're going to gravitate. Hey, what's this guy selling? And then they see Scribble here. And then they see right down here, again, Scribble is in red. This is going to pull the people's brain into Scribble, 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 Scribble. They're going to see it in red. You don't do, and sometimes you won't use anything else in red, maybe the heading, but everything else you'll put in orange or some other color, blah, blah, blah. And here's another one here. And you want to get to their subconscious. And their subconscious doesn't think. Their subconscious actually is behind the thought process. And it's like when you're driving and you think, damn, I don't remember the last 5 miles I was driving. That's your subconscious because you were thinking of something else or looking at your phone or who knows. It happens and it works. So, there's different elements to everything that we do. And I know it sounds crazy, but it works. And, I work with a lot of people like Adil that are pros, very, very good. And, we learn a lot from different people. And I've learned that some of the stuff that we write and some of the stuff that we put forward in our web pages, our text, our script, so to call it, so what we call, we want to make sure that people are going to remember it. Remember, if someone else is marketing, say, Scribble online, don't worry about it. But if you can find some of their content online, look at it. I'm one of the first guys that'll look at other people's stuff and take from it. That's sometimes we'll take from it. Never copy somebody, but everybody copies from somebody somehow, some way. It's just the nature of the beast. It truly is. But as we go forward with these trainings, I hope what I can bring to you is things that I've learned in the past and show you guys some of the cool stuff that I've learned. And please, as we go forward, show me the stuff that you guys have that I don't know. I don't, I know 1% of nothing. And basically, as we go forward, I just know things that have worked for me. And believe me, this is not going to be my last ebook. I am going to make several others and make a lot of money. And I have to tell you, if you guys want to make 10,000, you're going to work enough hours to make 10 grand. If you want to make $1 million, you're going to work enough hours to make $1 million. I've always said the guy that works 100 hours will make 100 hours worth of money. A guy that works 10 will make 10 hours worth of money. That's the way it works. You have to put a lot of effort into things to start out, but it gets better, easier, and keep thinking outside the box. Think of things that you guys can do. Sometimes you can make more money like an ebook that really hit the home run that the masses need. Like the ebook that I made for the filament company, that's not going to sell to anybody. That was a one-time wonder, made a lot of money. I was very happy. Thank you, pay me, goodbye. Everybody was happy. But if you guys can create ebooks that are training ebooks or motivational ebooks or health, books on how to make yourself, healthy and everybody's happy, or how to make your family happy, whatever, you will hit it. Somebody's going to hit something, a notion that really does get to people. And that's where I like the idea of these ebooks. Keep writing. That's what I'm going to start doing, and throwing them into Scrindo and having I love the look of Scrindo where I can have all my books on the shelf or whatever it is and have them in my file. And guess what? After I do 10, 20, 30 ebooks, one of them's going to pop. That's the way it works. And the one that pops will probably make me a fortune. It'll probably be $100,000 book because that book will launch one of my affiliate programs that I'm going to give away or something. And I made X amount of dollars in a program selling something. Like there's a lot of people here marketing Scribble. I see it making a lot of money. The affiliates, not a bad idea. And I think that's something we need to train on too and get out there and start marketing some of these things online. And a lot of people have never done that. And if you don't want to do it, that's fine. It is good, clean marketing though. Affiliate marketing is very clean, professional. In my opinion, it's one of the best businesses in the world, if not the best business. The reason is you make more than a CEO makes at a bank. Affiliates do. I know a lot of affiliate guys that are right now today making millions of dollars, and they're doing it. They're clean. They're good people, and they're smart, and they do it. They market it. They sell it on their own to market a third-party product, and it works, and it continues to work all day long. What you have here with Scribble is an amazing, amazing tool. Even if you're just thinking of something, make a book. Make a damn book. Put your thoughts in there like I did here. I had to remember what I was doing, and I'm not that smart to remember something and try to re-say it twice or 3 times. So I thought, you know what, I got to write it. I did this like within an hour, you guys. Like I said, I just did it real quick because I didn't want to try to remember what I was going to say. And this was the story of how I started with, you know, a deal on Scribble, and then I did the ebook. Then I sold the ebook, and my bank account loved me because, you know, money went into it. And that's basically what we did. So and my advice to you is don't sit around. Think of stuff that you're going to do and put it into the book. Put something into the book. Now, one thing I do want to ask people as we go forward here, and we're going to, you know, I'll take a few questions here in a little bit, but I want to keep going a little bit, is the editing. If I would like to know in the group, what is the biggest stopgap for you? Is it marketing? Is it what to market? Is it how to start? Is it the editing tool? Is it all above? You know, is it a little bit of everything, which is fine. Don't worry about it, because it doesn't matter if you're 25 or 85. It doesn't matter. You can do this. Believe me, anybody can do something and think of it, because a lot of times what I've noticed is, and I'm going to say this, it's very rare that you get people under 30 years old to go out there and knock it out. Is it impossible? No, because I know some people that are under 30 blowing the doors off and leaving everybody in the dust. But the majority of people that really want something to do something are 30 and above, usually. And usually, and this is what I've seen in the past, when you're 30 and above, those are the entrepreneurs, you know, like a Deal and his group. That's where it really kicks in and starts. And people that start getting the wisdom and going forward and just really wanting it is where it really takes off. So like I said, if you're 50, 60, 70, you know, 40, whatever, it doesn't matter. It all happens. And you can make a lot of money with what we're doing. And we're going to bring it back to you guys exactly how we're doing it, what I'm doing. We're all going to learn from each other. So as you see this, how I did this, just remember, highlight bullet points within your text. I never did it because I didn't have enough time, and I just, you know, blew it off. But remember, dates, numbers, when you're doing something, numbers gravitate people. That's another thing I forgot to tell people. Highlight numbers, math, money, highlight it, colorize it. People gravitate to money or to different things. Like right down here, I put $99 per month. I wouldn't do the month. I would just do the $99 because I was saying that's $99 per month. That's kind of a, that's kind of a negative, because I thought that's what I thought it would be. But guess what? If you just do $99, they're just going to look at the $99 like that's mine. Don't put the per month, just put the $99. The little things like that will kind of show you guys as we go forward. So this is the end of what I did here. And I think what I'm going to do right now is we're going to come back and I'm going to ask you guys a few questions here. I'd really like to know kind of where you guys are at with everything that we're doing. We're 1 hour into it. We're doing pretty good, actually. And I think what I'd like to do is ask people exactly what is your if I have to say this, I don't want to go in negative. What is your what is your biggest plus of having Scribble? Let's ask that question first. And go ahead and put it into the text bar. What's your plus? What's your focus on this? If you guys can put that into the questions or to the chat, I'd really love to understand kind of where you guys are at here and see exactly what you guys are thinking. So if anybody has any question, I mean, what is it that you guys really are looking to do with the ebook? And then I can kind of come back and kind of run with it and kind of give you some ideas or something that will help out. Let's put it, okay, go ahead. We're seeing a lot of people come in. Yes, of course. Okay, I see it. Is the main focus to write ebooks and put them in and get them sold? Is that the main focus for a lot of people right now? Okay, we're getting a lot of yeses. And let me scroll here. I'm going to see exactly how many people we got here. I think what we need to do is, you know, what we really need to do is show you guys kind of some of the tools. Let me ask this question too. Are a lot of people pretty savvy with the editor and the tools within Scribble? Do you guys need training and focus on that as we go forward with some of this training as we do go forward? Just put in a yes or a no so I can understand where you guys are at. Okay, some people yes, some people no. Okay, I'm gonna go through some of this, and I'm just gonna let you guys know what some of the stuff is, what we're doing. Okay, okay. I'm looking at all these notes, and I just want to kind of gravitate what people are saying here. Okay, is there going to be a library of the Tuesday training videos for reference? Great idea. I'm going to write that down. I saw that one. We do need, I'm sure Adil's going to be recording these, so this is great. Yes, we're going to have the recordings coming back to you because recordings are everything. You know, trying to break out, how do you Scribble as a breakout? Okay, but you had a unique art, someone that works 9 to 5. Okay, I do have to, somebody here just says, your story is great, but you had a unique opportunity. What about people that work 9 to 5? What about people that have the regular job? I have to tell you this, guys. I have a consulting job right now where I do work at 9 to 5. And I still come home and I work till 10 or 11. I get up at, no lie, I get up at 4:30 in the morning, go to the consulting job. As I have this consulting job, it's going to last several more months, but I'm doing the same thing. But I still do my online and everything else as I go forward. So great question. And I think we do need to show you guys some of the breakout moments. I think we need to show people how to do some of the affiliate marketing. I think that's real important. Does the new content get added? Yes, how often? I see that. Where do we market our ebooks? What do we do? Okay, that's a great question. We got so many. Is it easy to convert? Is it easy to convert PDFs into an ebook? Yeah, we're going to show you guys all this stuff. Sell it in the affiliate programs. The sky's the limit with your ebook. Giving away an ebook is one of the best processes within an affiliate program. And Adil has so many tools here. He has the email submitter. He has Scrindle. He has, I mean, a lot of the things I haven't been able to really dig into yet. I'm not going to lie. I know Scribble fairly well now because I've jumped into it and I've built some ebooks. So we're going to jump into this and kind of show you guys. You know, all it takes is to keep doing it, and make mistakes. Go, if you really like your ebook, just make sure you make a copy, because I can guarantee you're going to screw it up. I do that all the time, and then I sometimes can't get back to the original great book that I made. So make a copy sometimes. You know, and there is a lot of different things that we do need to learn. I'm going through all the notes here. I do appreciate all the feedback, you guys. It really is great. What you guys are saying. Okay, notice. Okay, what I really like to, so most people do know how to do the editing and work the tool. And I'm starting to see kind of where it's going. I think this is one of the biggest issues for a lot of people, is understanding where, how to market. I think that's something that really needs to be opened up and show you guys. And I need to get together with Adil also, because Adil's a pro. I mean, he is a pro. And I hate it when someone's that much better than you, but it's just the way it is. he came in and he's rocking it to the moon here. Doing great. And I actually like the guy. He's actually very, he's the type of person that when he writes and he puts stuff, it's visual. You know, it's out there, and it's you don't hear people that are that, you know, out there in your face in a good way. And that's where you need to be. You need to change it up and push the envelope. You truly do. And that's where it really starts going. So I want to ask another question here. How many of you people would like to learn how to market, basically the ebooks or what we're doing, how to use your ebook, where to sell your ebook, and kind of where it's going? Can you guys put in a yes or a no into your question box there? It would be great. Got a lot of people online here from all over. So I'm trying to get through everybody. It's kind of great here. Okay, we're getting back to the marketing. And I see that's really an important, oh boy, I don't have one no. And the list is going. I can't keep up. Yes, please, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Yeah, in my face. There you go. Bring it to me, baby. Come on. Okay, making the ebook is the easy part, but how do we reach the buyers? Okay, we're going to show you guys some of the stuff that's out here. We have to break outside the box. And a lot of people do need assistance in this. Personally, you can have the greatest ebook in the world, but you do have to know how to market. And marketing we can do in many, many different ways. Is it easy? No. Can you do it? Yes. Can it be easy? Yes. Can it be hard? Yes. All the above. But you don't stop, and you do get it out there, and we're going to need to show you how to market. I personally think myself that marketing Scribble is one of the best opportunities out there. I mean, tens of thousands of copies have sold. It sells itself. And that's one thing I'm going to get together with a deal, because I think that's where a lot of people need to really go. And because as we market Scribble, your ebooks are going to get created, your marketing is going to get more creative, and you guys are going to understand more methods to market. I do a lot of different methods myself. I've done it all. I mean, I've done email marketing where in the past I sent out more emails than most people would ever do in their lifetime. And nowadays you have to be protective of that. You can't send emails out like we used to in the past, because there's a lot more laws and there's a lot more things that stop you. I mean, we had, you know, the wild, wild west way back in the day, but we don't have that anymore. So, but we have other techniques that actually work really, really well. I mean, they're so cool that people have taught me how to do the new methods, and in turn, I hope to show you guys some of the methods that I've been able to learn too. Okay, I'm taking some of the questions here within our content. Yes, there's a lot of stuff here with videos and animations that I'm gonna dig into more myself, and I'm gonna have a lot more information for you guys as I go forward here. Videos is very important, of course, very powerful. I know that for a fact. Somebody lost the sound. I can't say it's everybody else still seems to be hearing me, so I'm sorry that you can't hear. That's so we just need to really focus on marketing, getting your head around it. And I want you guys, let's put it this way, if you're not young, like in your 30s or 40s or 50s, fine, you guys are in great shape. If you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, do not worry. You can do this. I know people right now that are in their 70s and 80s knocking it out of the park. I'm not kidding you, doing 500 a day. I know several people. So don't think you can't do it. And then there's people that are in their 30s, 40s not making anything. So don't think age has any difference with it. With the new tools that we have, guess what? We don't have to do the presentations. We don't have to really speak out. We don't have to, show our pearly whites. These AI systems, I call them, does a lot of the work for us. And this ebook really is like an AI system, because there's so much functionality that we could never do this, from the past, from what we had before. It just wasn't like this. Like I said before, it was so archaic as what we were doing from the past here. So What I'm really going to focus on, then I'm going to be, speaking to the team. I think we really need to show you guys some marketing techniques, and go forward here. I see some of the people, and oh, I've got a guy here that's, or a person here, a gal here, asking some questions. I got another person, slide presentations, things like that, because I see a person here that says they're in their 80s. God bless you. You're going to do great. You're going to do fantastic. We're going to blow it out with you. So this is good. Audio's good. People are saying everything looks great here. I'm going through tons of questions. I can't believe how many people are on the call. It is really a great call. And we're going to bring more and more people to this call. And I think it's so important that we get out there and we start helping. Personally, this is my idea. We should start marketing Scribble in many facets. And I'm to blame too, because I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to really market Scribble. But now I'm going to dig in because I know the product's a home run. And personally, it's nice to make an extra $50 a sale. It truly is. That's a great paycheck. And you start mounting on that, and it goes and goes. So I think that's one thing we really need to do, because if we're all working as a team, say marketing together, we're going to grow. We're going to grow and grow and grow. If we're all making an ebook together and doing some of the freebies and things like that, we're going to work off each other, and we're going to train, and we're all going to get ideas from each other. Hey, I did this, I did that. It really helps to help each other. And I'm not just saying that. It's not a cliche. It really does. Some of the biggest marketers in the world actually trade their email list to each other. And they say over and over, it's one of the best methods out there. Now, who would have thought of that? I mean, who's going to give up their, 20,000 email list to somebody else who gives them 20,000 emails? They do it. And, I've never done it personally, but I know people that have done it, and they say it's some of the best ways. But, you just intermingle, you help each other, and you do go forward. So it is really good here. Boy, I'm getting a lot of people on here giving me questions, and I do appreciate it, everybody. I'm going to go back down, see if there's any other questions here. Everybody's doing good. Yeah, we're gonna start getting more into the marketing. I'm going to check some of the other functionality within the system. Just remember, I think what you need to do is get in there and make some ebooks, learn the functionality, learn how the tools work, learn the editor. That's very, very important. And I'm going to dig into and see what I can dig into and see more. I'm learning every day from the system here. Now, he has a lot of different tools here, and he has the videos, and I haven't had a chance to see all the videos, of course. And I do watch videos every single day, and Adil's done a great job. A lot of times I'll go in there and I will click one of his videos, and then I can frame it in my mind when I'm building, and I do remember a lot of stuff that he did, and that helps me a lot. So what we need to do is kind of go through. Maybe what we'll do too is we'll have a hot seat where you guys build ebooks and send them in if you don't mind, and we'll go through them. I think that's probably one of the most brilliant things we could do, is go in there, and we're not tearing anybody apart. I think when we do a hot seat, we say, do this, do that. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's add this, let's add that. I think that's something we need to do, because a lot of the presentations need to do this. They need to put it out there where the team can see it and see some of the great stuff people are doing, or some of the stuff that needs to be added to and taken out. There's good, there's bad with everything that we do. So we do need to help each other here. I make terrible stuff every day. And the only way it gets good is after having, 3 or 4 bad, ebooks or whatever I'm doing, marketing, and then the 4th one hits. That's the way it works. You have to tweak and tweak until something hits. So that's what we're going to do here, and we're going to be training much, much more. I have to dig in. Adil has so many hours of videos and so much put into the system, thousands and thousands of hours. He has put his heart and soul, and guess what? It's hit for him. This whole system he has is remarkable. It truly is remarkable. I can't say enough. It truly is, and that's why I'm here. I've only been in the system since November, so just remember, folks, that I'm a newbie here too. I do understand marketing quite well, but I'm always learning, and I do understand some of the editors, but I'm learning too as we go. So I think with all that, I think we're going to cut it off. We're doing pretty good for the training. I thank everybody for being here. We're going to have Tuesday training every week. And I'm going to get together with the team, with Adil and the team, and we're going to structure what we're going to train on next time. We're really going to focus on, certain things that are going to help everybody right away. We're not just going to come in here and kind of raw. I think we really need to dig in and show you guys some of the fundamentals of how to market, how to make money. That's what we're here for. We're not here just for the practice, truthfully. We're here to earn an income and learn stuff. And believe me, the ebook is one of the best things to get your content, your pictures. You need this because other things are going to relate to this, like funnels and landing pages and other. It's the same thing. We just got to break away and kind of show you more techniques as we go forward. So with all that, everybody, I am going to actually sign off for tonight. It's about halfway past 7 here in Florida. It's only 7 p.m. in Florida. If you can do me one favor, in the chat box, would you guys put the time of day of where you're at? If you're in Australia, you're in Bangkok, you're in UK, just give me an idea so I can kind of look back and see the time differences, because it'll kind of give me an idea. Okay, there we go. Somebody's right there with me. Just put your time. Oh boy, okay, we got military time. Got it? Okay. Okay, of course, we got, oh boy, a lot of it. Thank you guys, keep going. Jesus, it's just a little after midnight in London, I see. Boy, oh boy, in Australia, we're that far ahead, wow. Next day, well, great job, guys, I really do. 9:30 in the morning in Accolade, wow. Well, good morning to you, have your coffee, and all that. And we'll see you in Australia. See people all over the world here. This is amazing. And I know from past experiences, I've done hundreds and hundreds of phone calls in the past, and webinars and training and all that. And believe me, I'm not the best. I just understand some of the focuses that we need to do and present to everybody. What would I want? And I think similar things you guys want. So we're going to go forward and show you guys all that. So with all that, I wish you guys a good evening, a good night, a good morning, a good day, and everybody have a great, wonderful day. You're going to do great. We're going to push this so damn hard. You guys are going to change what you're doing. You are literally going to change. Remember, there's no such thing as competition. It's only you. If you believe that, and like me with the ebook, I knew I was going to sell it. Before I even asked them, I knew it. And guess what? It sold. So everybody, good night. Have a good evening. Like I said, morning, everything else. Take care, and we'll see you again next week. Thanks, guys. Gals. Bye.